Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has called on traditional rulers to work with the state and local government areas to improve security across the state in order to fast-track the development process. Governor Wike also declared that the Rivers State government will formally launch the new security architecture on Friday, July 26, 2019. He spoke on Tuesday in Port Harcourt when he declared open the 110 and 111 quarterly general meeting of the Rivers State Traditional Rulers Council.
Accordingly, I wish to reiterate that our traditional rulers bear enormous moral and legal responsibilities to work with the local and state governments to secure the state and fast-track development and progress to their communities. It bears repeating that you have no moral claim to our traditional titles, authority, and reverence if you cannot guide, mentor, persuade, and prevail on your youths to shun all forms of criminality and take your communities to an inviolable heights of peace and socio-economic transformation under your reign.
Governor Wike urged the traditional rulers to take concrete actions towards improving security in their communities. He said the criminal elements disturbing security and peaceful existence of the state live in communities and can be fished out with strong local intelligence and commitment.
Finally, I wish to again assure you all that Rivers State is in safe hands under our guide and will continue to do our best to protect its political interests, grow the economy, and advance its development and progress more than ever until our very last day in office. What we need from you is to mobilize your subjects and communities for development and partner with the state government to enable our youths to realize their full potential and self-actualization as responsible citizens.
He thanks the traditional rulers who stood by his administration with courage during the most trying period to resist and frustrate the evil plan by the enemies of Rivers people to install their puppets in power and again subject the state's common resources to mindless plunder.
I wish to assure you with all confidence that they have been defeated, and by the grace of God, they will remain defeated and subdued forever, as nothing will come out of what they are doing in the tribunal. As you all know, in the last 4 years, we paid special and deliberate focus on bridging the gap on infrastructure, especially roads, education, and healthcare delivery. As a result, many roads, education, and health projects have been delivered, and many more at their last completion stages and due to the commission in the first 100 days of our second term in office.
Commenting on OML 25, Governor Wike said he supports the development of local companies, but noted that the right thing must be done at all times. He said if the federal government had given the company owned by Rivers Son the license of OML 25, the state government would have supported him totally.
If the federal government had given our son the license to operate OML 25, I would be a very happy person. But unfortunately, the federal government did not give and went and gave Shell to still operate that OML 25. Now, our people blocked the OML. And I said, look, your son had told you that federal government will give it to him. Let us wait when they will give it to him. But they did not give him. Now you are saying that there will be no oil exploration. Then they went and hired people and stopped operation for a certain number of years. I invited the whole communities. I invited the chief. I've seen him there. I've seen him there. And some people don't have integrity. I can't believe at our age, at our level, you say something here, you go back and you say a different thing. Before me, someone they meeting. And I told the Secretary of Government, form the committee, make sure everybody involved must attend and sign. The chairman signed, the Amenable signed. It was shocking to me on television. I was watching the same man who signed, said he's withdrawing what he signed, that he want government to tarry well. I have never seen anything like this in my life. I have never seen that. And that is a traditional ruler. Government called you for a meeting, bring peace, because of kobo. It is so embarrassing. So is that the kind of person you want me to give type of office? Is that the kind of person you want me to give type of office? A traditional ruler that will come before the government and say everything, and sign, and will go back. That is, we don't want to sign, then you advise government to tarry him well. I have never seen that in my life.
In his address, the chairman, Rivers State Council of Traditional Rulers and Amanama of Popo, King Douglas Dandy-Sinjaja, urged Governor Wike to make traditional rulers part of the new security architecture of the state.
Your Excellency, traditional rulers appreciate all the efforts you are making at curbing crime in our state and are prepared to participate in all these efforts by government to stem the tide of insecurity in the state. We therefore implore you to make use of capable members of council in the planned security architecture of government.
He described as unfortunate the situation where some traditional rulers have been indicted for aiding the perpetration of crime in parts of the state. He urged the Rivers State government to treat the matter on a case-to-case basis. He thanks the governor for applying restraints when meting out punishment to traditional rulers in whose domain criminal gangs operate.
Unfortunate that some members of council were alleged to have aided or are aiding the perpetration of crime in the state. We appeal to you to treat these unfortunate developments on case-by-case basis. We thank you for applying restraint in meting out punishment to traditional rulers in whose domain criminal gangs operate.
King Douglas Dandy-Sinjaja commended Governor Wike for entrenching development in the state, saying that with his inaugural speech, it is obvious that his second term will lead to more projects across the state.